What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the first episode of See Beyond with me, C. You know what I'm saying? You're probably wondering, what is this? Hey, I've seen you on TikTok. Hey, I've seen you online. Hey, I've seen your other videos, but this is going to be the podcast. It's called See Beyond because I want y'all to see the world beyond just the material world, beyond just what you know, beyond your own thinking, beyond your own living, beyond your own being. You understand? You know, people probably know me from TikTok. I do make TikTok. I have content. I go live. My lives have been popping. It's actually where I got the idea from. I already had the idea to start a podcast just because I yap all the time. You know what I'm saying? I literally yap. Like, this is what I do. I just yap. So I was like, you know what? I should start a podcast. But then everybody started podcasts. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to follow the trend of everybody. But then I was on live, and then one of my mods, she was like, you got to make a podcast. And then everybody in the comments was like, he would have a great podcast voice. You should make a podcast. Da, 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 da. So it's like, y'all ask, y'all shall receive. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be different. This is going to be just me, C. You know what I'm saying? Just my real thoughts, my real ideas, my way of looking at life. I want y'all to understand how I look at life and the lens that I look at life through, you know? We all have three eyes, two to look, one to see. Again, you have three eyes, two to look, one to see. And what that means is basically, bro, you can see beyond just this. You see what I'm saying? Just beyond the I don't want to say matrix, because then it's going to come off like I'm trying to join that. This is the matrix, da 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 da. But it's really inner matrix. You see what I'm saying? It's all, reality is perceived through the mind, bro. So it's like, what am I trying to say? Basically, it's like reality is perceived through the mind. So everything you are seeing is an illusion of what your mind is programming. You know what I'm saying? Illusion of what you are thinking, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's all manifesting to the real world, which is the material realm, the physical plane, the 3D world. You know what I'm saying? But before we even get into that, before y'all start understanding, like, oh, this dude's just yapping. I want to start off with, like, who am I? You know, because obviously everybody doesn't know me. I'm not famous. Before we do that, yes, I do smoke. Yes, I will be smoking on the podcast. Yes, this is be my raw thoughts. And if you want to listen to me yap, then I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you want to watch these videos and smoke a joint with me, hey, do it. You know what I'm saying? But let me hit this real quick. Great bud, you know what I'm saying? Straight gas, getting higher than elephant's giraffe neck. Because, you know, giraffes' necks are tall, so that means that they're above everything, bro. They can eat apples off a tree, bro. Can you eat apples off a tree? You know, it's crazy. I think my favorite animal would be a giraffe. Second to a gorilla. Gorilla is my favorite animal. But, all right. See, bro, I just literally yap, so might as well do a podcast, you know what I'm saying? But, okay, who am I? Now, most of y'all may know me as C, which is really what I want the world to know me as, is just C, you know what I'm saying? Literally have an EP coming out, call me C. Who is C? C is a creator, a visionary, artist, a spirit enjoying this physical life experience, a ladies band, a mindset coach, a creator, a light in this dark world. Bro, this thing could go on and on and on, you understand? But who is C? C is a very caring individual that is driven by pain. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like I'm speaking in a third person. It's just like, this is who y'all see. You know what I'm saying? This is who y'all see. Y'all see a handsome man on the internet, going live, making content, having a podcast. You know what I'm saying? A player. A lot of women think I have multiple females in my life. And so this is who y'all see. But my real name's Christian. You know what I'm saying? My real name's Christian. I really don't like going by Christian. Not saying I don't like my name, because I love my name. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my mom. Shout out my dad. But there's a reason why I go by C and why I want everybody to call me C. Now, I'm not going to get too deep and up and personal because, well, I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's what I was telling my homeboy literally earlier today. And I was like, bro, doing a podcast, you got to be vulnerable. Like, I'm going to have to be vulnerable. I'm going to have people know about my life and understand the journey and understand why I am who I am and why I think the way I think and why I move the way I move and why I act the way I act. And it's like, that's the real raw emotions of it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, my name's Christian. A lot of people don't know that, you know, I just go by C. But my name, I ain't gonna drop my whole government name now, but you can know my name, you know what I'm saying, Christian. But still call me C, don't call me Christian. My mom calls me Christian, you know what I'm saying? It's weird, I think. Yeah, but anyways, my name's Christian. Okay, yeah, I was born in Las Colinas, Irving. You see what I'm saying? If you know Dallas, if you know Texas, you DFW, then you know where that's at. Las Colinas, Irving, Texas. I was raised in Grand Prairie, but growing up, my mother was a single mother, and that's a whole nother story, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother story. But we'll eventually get to that. But yeah, my mother was a single mother, and it was me and my older brother. My older brother's a couple years older than me. Sometimes he's 2, sometimes he's 1, you know what I'm saying? So I'm 26. My older brother's 29. So it's either 2 or 3 years. That's what it is. It's 2 or 3 years because he's 29. I'm 26. He'll be 30 next month, and then I'll be 27. So 28, 27. You know what I'm saying? I think he's 20. No, he's 28. My fault. My brother's not 30. What the fuck? My brother's 28. Yeah, he's 28. So he's always 2 years or a year older than me. So I just turned 26. So I was 25. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But y'all get it, bro. I'm 26. I have 2 brothers. But I grew up, my older brother, you know what I'm saying? My little brother came throughout life and then, yeah. But, so I grew up, I had me, my mom, and my older brother. Like I said, my mother was a single mother. She was also a kid herself, bro. My mom had my brother, I think, when she was 19, and then me, when she was around like 22 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, bro, you're really still a kid. Like, I'm 26 and I still feel like a kid, you know? I keep the mentality as a kid. Like, I create and I create and I visualize and I just look at life like a kid, bro, because that's what they try to do. They try to take away the kid in you. You know what I'm saying? The imagination, you could do whatever you want to do, because when you're a kid, bro, everything is possible. If you have a toy car, you can have this toy car and it's a fucking fighter jet airplane, you know what I'm saying? Like, but as you get older and then you start getting through like trials and pain and this, it takes away all that out of you. But to create the life you desire, bro, you gotta have that kid within you. You know what I'm saying? That mentality of like everything is the world is your oyster. You know what I'm saying? You're the creator, and that's what I've learned throughout life. And it wasn't really about learning; it was more just about remembering. And I feel like that's what it is. Like the journey that you're on is for you to remember who you are. You know what I'm saying? But man, I just got off topic. But yeah, I grew up everywhere, bro. I didn't go to one set elementary school. I went to like 6 different elementary schools. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my mother was a single mother, so a lot of times we had to stay with somebody, or we had to sleep at my tia's house and stay at night at my tia's house while my mother was working and going to college still, you know. And at the time, bro, I didn't know about all that. I'm just thinking like, damn, why the fuck we keep moving? Damn, how come we can't just stay at one school? Da 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 da. But again, bro, like the journey is what makes you, you know what I'm saying? All this has made me who I am today, so. Hold on, let me light this up. All this yapping got me parched. But, yeah, so that's who I am, you know what I'm saying? That's Christian. The fucking bud, the bud came out, bro. All right, whatever. There's a whole story behind, like, obviously, everybody has a story, bro. Everybody has a story. and you're writing it out. But I don't want to go too deep into who I am. It's just know my name's Christian. I'm a very self-driven, ambitious creator, creative, visionary, imaginative, caring, big-hearted, a light in this dark world person. You know what I'm saying? And that all comes with just life, bro. Like, I've been through a lot of shit in life, which is why I have so much wisdom. I honestly believe this isn't my first time here, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm going to get into the podcast next. You know what I'm saying? Why I'm making a podcast. I want to try to understand some shit, you know? See beyond what you're normally seeing. Think beyond what you normally think. Speak beyond how you normally speak, bro. It's all just about evolving. But that's kind of just a little quick who am I. Obviously, I'll have another podcast where I'll go deeper in depth into that. But for now, it's just going to be that. The second thing I want to talk about is why I started a podcast. You know what I'm saying? I kind of said something in the beginning, but like the actual reason I did start a podcast is because I literally do this all the time. I live by myself. I've been living on my own for about 5 years now. So it's like I've gotten very used to being by myself. So all my dialogue is internal dialogue, or it's just dialogue with myself. You know what I'm saying? And I just like yapping, and I love camera time. I'm be honest with you. I love being in the camera. I'm very photogenic. I'm the same on camera. Like, if you see me in person, the way I am on camera is who I'm going to be in person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the camera doesn't make me act different, or it doesn't do this and do that. It's just, I just be me, which is C, you know what I'm saying? But I've seen how the camera can make other people, like, I feel like everybody when you get on camera for the first time, right? You start vlogging, you start making videos, you want to act a certain way. You want to act like a different person. And I think that's just because people don't know who they are, you know? They get in front of a camera, they think they got to be somebody they're not, because maybe the world won't appreciate them just by who they are, you know what I'm saying? But again, y'all, I just be getting off topic. But yeah, why I started a podcast, just because I love to yap. I have a lot of knowledge, wisdom, and I have a great story in life, you know what I'm saying, that is still being written out. I haven't made it. I'm nowhere near where I envision myself to be in a decade, 20 years, whatever years, you know what I'm saying, just in life, you know, but I have made it very, very far on my journey, and essentially have created the life that I've always known I would live, you know what I'm saying? And my whole thing that I want to do in life is, my motto is free your mind, find your soul, follow your dreams, you see what I'm saying? And that's what I've always done. And I always wanted to seek to inspire people, right? Seek to inspire. Because at first it was seek to influence. But I'm not trying to influence you to do nothing, because I do not want to be an influencer myself. I just want you to look at me as a creator. Just like you're a creator. Just like this person's a creator. Everybody is the creator of their reality. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to influence you to do nothing. But what I do and what I will do is inspire, motivate, and teach you how to live your desired reality. I'm going to first inspire you you're going to see my reality, and I'm going to slowly create it and do this and do this. And then it's going to motivate you, because that's what I initially want to do. I just want to be an inspiration and a motivational speaker to everybody. Like, I already do it all the time when I get and talk to people, you know. I inspire and I motivate them. Now I'm just going to teach you how to do it and teach you how I got to where I'm at, you know. But essentially I just started a podcast just because I like to yap. I watch podcasts myself. I can continue to talk for days. I want to talk to people, you know what I'm saying? I'm a very people person at points in time. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I don't like people and I get aggravated, but I think that's because I work in the hospitality industry, you know, so I kind of see all sides and views of people, and I just get tired of people sometimes. But initially, I'm a very outgoing person, you know what I'm saying? I have a very bright aura. I'm him, respectfully, humbly. You see what I'm saying? And so why not start a podcast? Literally, I'm going to do all the things that I just said while I do my podcast, while I create content, while I do this, while I do that. So this is why I started the podcast. Now, the next topic that we want to talk about is another thing that I want to talk about is like, what is the podcast going to be about? Because obviously, like, there's podcasts and you have to have your niche. You can't just make a podcast and just talk about whatever, which you really can, actually. You really can, and I will. But I also want there to be a baseline and a foundation of what this podcast is going to be about. So when you're watching it, okay, cool, this is going to be, for example, let's say Joe Rogan's podcast. You're going to watch Joe Rogan's podcast, and there's going to be some knowledgeable people or some visionary people or some type of something. You're going to get some substance out of that. Every time I watch his videos, I'm always learning stuff, especially from Joe Rogan himself. Dude is very wise, has a lot of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Very cool person. So it's like, that's what I tune in for. Or when I watch Lil Yachty's podcast, I know it's going to be funny, or I'm just going to, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, those are certain niches, right? This podcast, I want it to be a mind-opening, spiritual awakening, aligning with your higher self podcast. But I'm also going to dive deep into nowadays topics, you know what I'm saying? Like how women are acting, or how men are acting, or how the ABC community and the transmission community, like that's what I say, you know what I'm saying, is like affecting the world, or like how, just stuff like that. There's not going to be no type of limits, because this is my podcast. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. And that's perfectly fine. Because I'm not doing this for y'all. Essentially, I'm just doing this for me. You know what I'm saying? If you want to listen, you'll listen. And if you don't, then it's all good. You know what I'm saying? There's other podcasts. But this one, again, the whole theme of it is just seeing beyond what you normally see, hearing beyond what you normally hear. I have a very open mind, and I like to talk to people that have open minds, and have other people on here where we can just bounce back ideas, or bounce back opinions, or bounce back, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, bro, because it's not. You don't have to agree with somebody just for them to not have, like, I feel like everybody has to agree with people, bro. Like, if that doesn't agree with my beliefs, then that doesn't work. Then, all right, you know what I'm saying? But you don't have to agree with me, because perception is reality. We're all perceiving reality through the mind. And there's different people. There's 8 billion people in the world, bro. So that means there's 8 different perceptions of reality. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what this podcast is going to be about. It's going to be about eye-opening, spiritual awakening, aligning with your higher self, knowledge and wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And obviously it'll evolve from there. Will I have guests? That's obviously a question. Like, are you going to have guests? It's just going to be yourself. As I've stated, yes, I do. I want to have open-minded people. I want to have people right here. Females, homeboys, or people that have quote unquote made it, and their journey, and like everything, bro. Like, yes, I want everybody to sit right here. Obviously, I don't know, because it's just still, I'm filming this in the loft, so it's like, I don't know if I'm gonna have everybody just yet. But again, as the podcast evolves and it continues going, then yeah, for sure, I definitely want to have guests, and I will have guests. So yes. The other question y'all probably thinking, like, dude, how are you going to be talking all these episodes, and will you have a co-host? Potentially speaking, I think I could have a co-host. You know what I'm saying? But then I wouldn't want a co-host, because then that means I would have to do it. I would have to be on their time. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're not. It would have to be like a mutual understanding. So it's like, if I have a co-host, then it have to be on somebody else's time. And one thing about me, y'all, I don't like being on nobody's time. I like being on my own time. I like creating my own schedule. This is why I created the desired reality that I'm living today, because I didn't want to be on somebody's schedule. I didn't want to say, hey, you got to go this, you got to do that. No, I don't like being restricted. Oh, if I want to film an episode, oh, shit, I can't because my co-host ain't here. Nah. But will I have co-hosts for certain guests or like certain episodes? Of course. You know what I'm saying? Of course. There's going to be somebody sitting right here, and we're just going to be talking and yapping. So I feel like that's kind of a good basis and touchdown of what this podcast will be about and who I am, and like, again, essentially just the first episode in this thing, just letting you know, hey, this is who you're going to get. This is what you're going to see. Yes, I smoke. Yes, I will drink. Yes, I will pop drugs, shrooms, really, you know what I'm saying? Which I don't think shrooms are a drug, honestly. That's a whole different conversation, but it's definitely medicine. But Yeah, bro. I'm a very free spirited person. You know what I'm saying? Very free spirited person. And again, I don't like being tied down to nothing. So I'm not gonna have no restrictions on it. I'm just gonna be myself and I'm gonna yap and I'm gonna talk. And if you like what I say, then I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? And if it resonates with you, then it's great. It's supposed to resonate with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just talking to anybody here. So it's like, just get prepared. Just get prepared for what's to come. I'm very excited. Bro, I went and got these chairs. You see these chairs right here? Bro, I literally had the idea to get this podcast done. Maybe like a week. It's been probably like a week now, you know? And, it's like I said, I've been wanting to have a podcast, but then it's like, I was just like, whatever. Nah, not yet. I feel like I'm not there yet to have a podcast, you know? And then my brother T, he was like, bro, Theo Vaughn started his shit in the basement of the closet of his whatever. And I was just like, dang, that's crazy. And then this was after I already had the idea and we're already en route to get the chairs and stuff. And so it made sense, you know what I'm saying? But initially what I did is I had a dining table right here, a glass dining table. I removed it, put that outside on my patio, went and bought some chairs, and here we are. You know what I'm saying? I take action, bro. If I have an idea, I'm going to take action on it. I feel like that's the most aligned you'll be with that vision, because as soon as you have the idea, boom, you know what I'm saying? You just go. You're already in that energy flow, that creative state, that creative energy flow, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what I did. But what has my journey been like so far? It's a little key point that I wrote down. Man, my journey has been wild. I've been on earth for about 26 years, you know what I'm saying? Living this life, being me. And I could say I've learned so much. Life has been insane. Life is fun. You know, life is fun. Life is hard. Life is painful. Life is suffering. Life is peace. Life is destruction, bro. Everything. You know what I'm saying? You're going through everything. You're going through all the emotions, all the feelings, all the mental states, bro. And it's just like, that's what makes life life. You know what I'm saying? That literally, like, that's the whole experience, bro. It's literally experiencing it all. We're humans. We have the ability to feel feelings. We have the ability to have emotions. We have the abilities to be aware of this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, whenever you're in a down patch or whenever you're just going through shit, bro, obviously in the moment it's hard because you're not looking at it like I can get any better. But I promise you, bro, if you just change that mentality to after this, I'll be better, your whole life will change, bro. I done created the reality. And sometimes I got to think about it, bro. Like, I be in my head too much. Like, bro, you haven't done enough. You haven't done this. You haven't done that. And it's just like, bro, I've literally already created everything that I said I would have. And it's all aligning even more just because I've been taking risks, because I've been listening to my intuition, bro. That's the first thing I'll tell you. Listen to your intuition. That's your higher self letting you know where to go. It's guiding you. Your angels are right there with you at all times. God is within. Activate it. You know what I'm saying? Find the God within you. Literally, bro, that's all I can say. That's all I can say, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, I think that's good for the first episode. I don't want to just yap y'all heads off rip, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to keep it cool and casual just so you can kind of see and think, see how I think, you know what I'm saying? See me in action, talking, just yapping. And yeah, I think that's going to be the first episode. Kind of got through all the pinpoints that I want to talk about. And again, as the journey as the journey on the podcast continues to go, you're going to see more things, you know what I'm saying? Potentially have a table right here. Might throw some plants. Have the See Beyond right there, bro. The See Beyond podcast light. I'm going to have the mics, and it's just all going to evolve. But it starts with one step. I would say that. It all takes one step. It just takes one step, bro. Take one step towards you. Perfect. Take one step towards your dreams, and God will take a step towards you. Take 2 steps back, and God's going to take 3 steps back. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Z. I gotta check on them. Haven't talked to them in a minute. But yeah, man. Again, that's gonna be the first episode. I appreciate y'all. Let me know what y'all want me to talk about in the comments. Let's have a little comments section talk. You know, like, what do y'all think? How do y'all see the world? Do you see the world through your third eye? Do you see the world through your physical eyes? Do you see it through your heart? Do you see it through, like, what do you see the world as? You know what I'm saying? Comment that below. Let's have a little discussion. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. This is just the beginning. And y'all are going to be here first. Subscribe, like, share. Got parts been yapping for 30 minutes and barely took one sip. Been yapping for 30 minutes and barely took one sip. Y'all ain't doing that. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's going to be it for this video. I do want to show y'all something, though, before we skedaddle. Alexa, turn light red.
Okay.
Oh, shit. I can't see it because the other light's on. Okay, I'll do it like this. Look. Alexa, good night. Making me look bad, huh? Alexa, good night.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I still can't see it because I have both the lights. Alexa, turn the bright light on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's going to be it, bro. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of See Beyond with me, C. Let's take over, bro. Let's get it. I'll see you on the next one. No pun intended.